3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and we are in the City of Fairies today as the Balonly Angels have the huge type advantage over the Opelousas Dragonins as the Dragon types start out with Dracovish and Flygon as they vie for the top spot on the leaderboard, with Grimmsnarl and Primarina starting out for the Balonly Angels, and a Leech Life immediately from Flygon onto Grimmsnarl. Gets a really good hit there as Dracovish is going to follow it up with the Psych Up. But as I said, the Opelousas Dragons are vying for first place, whereas the Balonly Angels are just trying to keep their season alive, as Grimmsnarl with the Disarming Voice is super effective on both Dragon type Pokemon. That Drill Run, however, will not affect Flygon due to its Levitate ability, allowing Flygon to go for the Super Fang now onto Primarina. That is a great hit, halving its health as Dracovish follows it up with the Rock Slide, hitting both Fairy type Pokemon. And now Primarina with the Kinesis here is going to lower the evasiveness of its target, being Flygon. Sorry, not its evasiveness, its accuracy, as the Heal Bell will fail from Grimmsnarl, allowing Flygon now to go for a massive Hyper Beam onto Primarina, and this will eliminate the Alolan Water Starter from the battle. That is not the start the Angels need, as Dracovish follows it up with the Power Trip onto Grimmsnarl, doing practically nothing, being not very effective. Grimmsnarl is going to respond with the Searing Shot. This again hits both Dragon type Pokemon. Not as successful as that Disarming Voice, as this one was not very effective. And now we have Carbink coming out for the Balonly Angels as Flygon having to recharge. Dracovish does go for the Spirit Shackle onto Grimmsnarl. Seems like they're trying to get Grimmsnarl off this field. Grimmsnarl tanks that hit as well, but it can no longer escape. However, now goes for that Poison Tail onto Flygon. Not very effective, however. Carbink is going to go for the Weather Ball. There is no weather for it to capitalize on, though. So the Opelousas Dragons off to a great start, as I said, they are at a massive type disadvantage. They cannot capitalize on their Stab Dragon type moves, as the Fairy types are immune to it. We get a U-turn from Flygon, a Bug type move from Flygon. How fitting. And out comes Haxorus in its place, as the Cotton Guard from Dracovish is going to give it a massive defense boost. Grimmsnarl with the Bug Buzz, though, does go for Dracovish. Gets a really good hit there as well. Carbink with the Tail Whip is going to look to lower the defenses of both Dracovish and Haxorus. It is successful there. See if they can become an easier target, although Dracovish did get that massive defense boost. Haxorus with the Forest Curse is going to add the Grass typing to Grimmsnarl, practically making it a 3-type Pokemon. Dracovish follows it up with the Leaf Storm here onto Carbink. Super effective. They're capitalizing on that rock typing that Carbink has. It does lower that special attack, however, of Dracovish. Grimmsnarl with the Confusion here onto Dracovish. Dracovish is holding on here as Carbink with the Charm. It doesn't go for the easy elimination. Instead, it is just going to lower that attack of Dracovish. Haxorus now with the Bug Bite onto Carbink. Carbink is able to tank that hit, as it has its Leopard Berry stolen by Haxorus. Haxorus proceeds to eat that Leopard Berry and restore its PP. Dracovish, though, with the close combat and finally eliminates Grimmsnarl from this matchup with the critical hit as well. This is going to lower the defense and special defense of Dracovish, but did get that all-important elimination that extends the Opelousas Dragonins lead by 2 as the Magic Coat fails from Carbink, and we have Ninetales with its Snow Warning ability coming out onto the field for the Balonly Angels, and immediately goes for a Sleep Powder, putting Haxorus fast asleep on the field here. Haxorus will definitely need to wake up if the Opelousas Dragonins want to continue the momentum they seem to be building, and not just in this match, but in all matches. They have won their last 4 games, and they want to extend that to 5 here today, as 2 hits from that Icicle Spear from Dracovish onto Carbink, who responds with the Poison Fang and eliminates Dracovish from this matchup. Finally, the Balonly Angels get an elimination on the board, as Haxorus and Carbink are going to be hit by that hail over the field. Carbink is holding on here as Flygon comes out back on the field, and Ninetales is going to go for an Outrage. This will be super effective and eliminates Haxorus from this matchup. The super effective critical hit there by Ninetales levels the playing field at 4 aside. Flygon, though, responding with the Perish Song, it is going to ensure that every Pokemon on the field right now will be eliminated in 3 turns. They'll need to try and get back to the bench as a Fell Stinger from Carbink onto Flygon. Flygon is an easy target, just like Carbink is at the moment, and both of them do get hit by this hail. Carbink needs to hold on, and that it does, as everyone's Perish count does fall to 3. When that hits 0, they will be eliminated. As Goodra now comes out on the field, and Ninetales continues its outrage. Eliminates Flygon. Surely should have gone for Goodra though, as Goodra is at full strength. Ninetales gets the easy elimination and is now left confused due to its fatigue. So that's the end of the outrage, as Goodra with the strength sap is going to lower the attack of Ninetales. It'd also restore its health if it wasn't already at full strength. And Carbink now with the Mud Shot here onto Goodra, doing very little damage. Goodra able to tank that hit. Does have its speed lowered though, as that Hail actually eliminates Carbink from this matchup. It is now a 3-on-3 battle. The Hail that was set up by Ninetales when it entered the field, and that perish count now falls to 2 for Ninetales. Now we have Dragon come on to the field for the Dragonids, and Hatterene come on for the Angels, as Ninetales needs to shake off its confusion, and it does. It's going to go for a Belly Drum. It's going to cut its health in half here and maximize that attack stat that it has. And now Drodigan with the takedown. It's going to get some recoil damage, but it gets a huge hit there onto Ninetales. And Goodra is going to follow it up with a Fire Spin. Ninetales does not get to capitalize on its Belly Drum because it is eliminated from this matchup. Hatterene now with the Calm Mind. It is going to look to boost its stats here, not its speed though, which is very low, only 29. Instead, it's going to boost that special attack and special defense. And Hatterene has that 136 base special attack. It wants to capitalize on it against these Dragon types, surely. We have that Hail still falling over the field, as Gardevoir is the last Pokemon to come out for the Battle of the Angels, and immediately goes for the Peck there onto Drodigan, who has that Rough Skin ability, so Gardevoir will be hurt by the recoil damage from that attack. But Drodigan with the Mach Punch does minimal damage to Hatterene, and Hatterene with the Magic Bounce ability is going to send Goodra's Defog right back at it there. That hidden ability, as all sides, when they're on their home field, have the hidden ability. And Hatterene now going for the triple axle. This will be super effective on Goodra, and it gets stronger every time it gets to. This third one is going to take out the pseudo legendary Hatterene with a crucial elimination. That's super effective. 3 hits takes out Goodra. It's now 2 versus 2. The Battle Angels are still in this matchup, keeping their season alive, as Dracozolt is the last Pokemon for the Opaloosa Draconids, and Gardevoir with the Pound now onto Drodigan, again activating that Rough Skin. Gardevoir gets hurt by that, but Dracozolt now with the Giga Drain going for Hatterene here, taking a little bit of its health. It would restore the health of Dracozolt if it wasn't already at full strength. And Drodigan with the Soak is going to add the Water type, sorry, just change Gardevoir to a Water type Pokemon. There's Hatterene with the Blaze Kick onto Drodigan. Isn't very effective. Again, that Rough Skin doing damage to the Fairy type Pokemon. And now Gardevoir with the Acid Spray onto Drodigan here. Looks like they're trying to get Drodigan off this field, as it does have its special defense lowered a great deal. Dracozolt though going for the Stomping Tantrum onto Hatterene here. Gets a great hit. And Drodigan's going to follow it up with the Sweet Kiss onto Gardevoir here. This is going to leave Gardevoir confused. It surely has to shake this off for its side. That Drill Run. Drodigan avoids that from Hatterene. And here's Gardevoir's chance. It needs to shake off its confusion. It does. It's going to go for the Psycho Cut onto Drodigan. Drodigan is still holding on though. And Dracozolt with the Liquidation onto Hatterene. Hatterene, unable to hold on, is eliminated from this matchup. Gardevoir is all by themselves. Drodigan with the Nuzzle gets a good hit here onto Gardevoir, being super effective. Remember, it did become that Water type, and it is left paralyzed. Dracozolt is able to go for the Spite now, instead of keeping on the offensive that the Draconids have set up. It is going to lower the PP of Gardevoir by 4, but Drodigan with the Trop Kick, super effective, and gets the elimination. The Opaloosa Draconids have won their 5th game in a row here against the Battle of the Angels. A huge victory, beating a side that are immune to them, and this will put the Opaloosa Draconids on top of the leaderboard, which they surely want to stay at the end of this round. Whereas the Battle of the Angels, 13th place. Next round, they will be facing the Shamuti Keepers, whereas the Opaloosa Draconids will be facing the Hearthome Haunts next round, who are in our very next game facing the Cinnabar Flare. And if the Hearthome Haunts win that, they will be back on top of the leaderboard. I cannot wait for that matchup. Nidorinas, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave a like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.